Sun is out. That is no doubt. Don't worry about it. Even though your balls are sweating a little bit nowadays, don't worry about it. It's okay, we can get through this. We got through the winter. We can get through anything now. Oh my god, Texas sun. Texas sun, I'm burning up in this freak. I should have a fan on or something. That this bright light is radiating heat. Oh my goodness. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's Wednesday. It's like, no. It's the last weekend before it's like officially summer. Technically. Wow, okay, here we go. It's a weekend of celebration. 2 days away. 2 days away. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pause the music right there because I'm very scared that I'm going to get copyrighted and then this whole thing just ends and then we have to redo it. So don't worry about it. It's the 22nd of May, 2024. Events have gone down. Events have continued going on. The weather has officially changed. We always got to... Look, I was thinking about it today, and I was like, look, listen, it's very, very cheesy that I always talk about the weather like as if I have nothing better to talk about. But the more I thought about it, it's just... Look, listen, the world's going to blow itself up in 50 years and I'm going to probably witness it. So I might as well or something. I might as well document what the weather is like or how it got up to that place. By just talking, I'll drop a little knowledge on you, my observations from the outside world. Because also, that's the thing, a little bit, you're always inside. In a way, you're always inside unless you make it a thing to be outside. Where it's like we should just be outside and make it a thing to be inside. I don't know. I at least want to think with that mentality. Anyways. So we here in Finland, we got the worst winter of probably all time. It snowed properly for maybe 2 weeks in total, considering our winters are already known to be half a year long at least. And then after all that, after a horrendous winter of just ice and hard surfaces and just slipping everywhere and just death and darkness all around us, we get summer creeps around and we've gone every single day in a row, blue skies, not a cloud in sight, and just warm. And the sun just shining. Beautiful sunsets. Shouldn't I be celebrating this? Shouldn't I be jumping up and down and I should be freaking, skinny dipping in every beach that I know? Shouldn't I be doing that? But no, we're not really doing that. Instead, what we're really doing is we're just concerned about how good the weather is. We're at this point, if it snows, it's we're not even going to be surprised because this is weirdly suspicious. This is not normal right now. I'm very suspicious. This is not okay. I will not smile. I will not celebrate. Even though it's actually been so nice the past 2 weeks, I've pretty much been half the day at least outside. Wonderful. Right? No, we're going to get a blizzard in the middle of June. For all I know, frogs are going to be raining out of the sky sometime in July. Right, but it just really is a little bit weird. That's all I had to get out of my system. But anyways, it's at least we made it here. Summer is finally here. And then so there is a little bit of, how can you say this? You can focus a little bit more, I think, because you don't have to focus on just, putting away the bad thoughts of, oh my God, we're here in the darkness and it's freezing outside. Instead, we're just okay. We don't have to, our body doesn't even have to warm itself up. It could just like, maybe it has to cool itself down a little bit too. That's another one that I'm not looking forward to. Like, because I love doing physical stuff outside, but it's like if you do a little bit extra physical, and then you're wearing like regular clothes, it's all of a sudden, it's just a puddle. It's just a fucking puddle of sweat, just seemingly appearing out of nowhere like a fucking magic trick. And oh my God, when I have a backpack, oh my God, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not hip anymore to carry a backpack, but I think it's very, very tactical. But anyways, I have a backpack. It's like it's having like a oven on your back. Genuinely. Like, what is that? Is that biology or something? Like, what the fuck is that? That kind of pisses me off and shit. The fuck is that? Like physics or some shit? The fuck? Anyways. No, anyways, I am just lucky, just thank you, big man upstairs. I guess you realize that you kind of screwed us over in the winter, and now you're helping us out a little bit. I don't mind. You do you, man. You do you. I'm never gonna complain. Speaking of being out in the city and all, being active and stuff, you know how I take the city bikes. I'm very loyal to the city bikes. It is the best deal in the city. I've been advertising this for more than a few seasons. But anyways, this year, of course, been doing it more than usual. It just keeps on increasing. And I've always been thinking like, oh man, I really want to get like, imagine like I can get some memorabilia, like a city bike memorabilia, almost like a random one, right? Because I've noticed there's different seats in these bikes, and it's only 2 different seats. Of course, you can get into like the, how old or new, what kind of model of the seat, but there's 2 different types of seats. But anyways, the one that's the fancier one, the luxury one, for some reason it's called the Vienna, like Vienna's on it. And I've always thought Vienna was like a very cool name, you know what I'm saying? On top of the fact that it's a very cool city that I've been to before. So every time, of course, I ride the city bike, I try to look for Vienna, right? But now, out of seemingly nowhere, like I've been blessed by the Helsinki city gods. My friend who doesn't have actually sorry, I'm speaking Finnish all of a sudden, which is weird. It's called the Alepa, city bikes. But anyways, he doesn't even ride one. He rides his own bike, and then all of a sudden he was passing by one of these stations, and then he saw like a loose Vienna, just Vienna in the wild, not even attached to the freaking bike or like the thing, and it's just loose. And then he called me. He was like, bro, I have some artifacts for you. And then he showed it to me, and it was like we just discovered some like 3 million year old fucking fossil or something. We're like, no, fuck you. Oh my God, like we found the craziest treasure of all time. No way. And anyways, long story short, even though I already made it kind of long, we've got Vienna right here. Oh my God, it's a beauty. It's and it for reals, it's like it got yanked off or something, or it just like completely fell off. So it's not like you can even try to repair this back or anything like that. So we got a Vienna memorabilia. Oh my God, I'm so retarded, guys. I can't even do anything with this. Like I literally. Okay, congratulations to me. I guess I have a broken bike seat here, and it's been inducted now into the official podcast set. But anyways, immense dubs. That was incredible. I'm never gonna let go of that ever. It's gonna be with me throughout my whole fucking life, like no doubt. Anyways, fucking this country, well, I mean, we're happy currently. I'll tell you that. We're definitely happy right now. Happiest country in the world. They definitely didn't take that survey in January. I can tell you that much. They didn't take that survey in January. But we've made it here, and but what if? See, but that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. It's sometimes it's very important to bring out the fact that even if the weather is good, technically you get more vitamin D outside, which is always going to be replenishing your body in one way or another. Sometimes that isn't enough. It's just sometimes, even when the sun shines, it really isn't shining that much, if you know what I'm saying. So, especially with kids, man. Kids can't. I've noticed this, man, and the more I notice it, the more I gotta shout out my parents, because when kids just start crying, dude, they're crying. They're like, crying as if they're gonna die or something. And it's like uncomfortable, but that's just how it is, because kids don't have the social intelligence yet developed. But it's unfortunate, and I see that, and I get how it's all part of, it's this big part of kids learning, like becoming what kind of person they are later. If they're like throwing temper tantrums, or all these like crying out of, the fact that the freaking, the strawberry ice cream didn't have real strawberries in it. And then that's something that just makes the kid tweak, get all of a sudden sad and shit. Or just like he wants to go say hi to a bird, and then the bird runs away. And then you're just like, dude, like, bro, you like it, what? And then think about these situations of a kid being sad. And I was thinking, what could be like the things that kind of automatically make a kid happy, right? In this day and age, at least, of course, there's things like that. But in this day and age, I think at least with moms, and if they got the kid who's all just pissed off and crying and screaming and shit, I think the number one tactic to get rid of that shit is you just say, hey, should we go to McDonald's? And that's it. And then you say, if I buy you a Happy Meal? And then the kid's like, yeah. Or like, even if the kid is still pissed, going, yeah, I don't want no Happy Meal. I don't want that. Even if it's that, the mom could still go with full confidence to the McDonald's and buy the Happy Meal, whichever combo it is, and that's the amazing part. Personally, I was a little bit of like, I wanted to be different, so I'd always hit with I'm always gonna get the cheeseburger, right? Over the nugs. I'm sorry, always gonna get the cheeseburger, but I hit the apple slices instead of the fries. Right, and then I hit the milk for the drink. That's me not fucking around and shit. Okay, that was my Happy Meal setup. And then okay, to be honest, I always got the toy, but like sometimes that was my weirdness. Like sometimes I just thought I was like, on my nerd shit or whatever, and I just be like, Dad, yeah, I want the book. Get me the book, dude. And he'd be like, no way. He'd be like all impressed and stuff. Oh my god, my kid wants to read. I'm like, yeah, totally. Just trying to show off his shit. I didn't fucking read. I didn't know how to fucking read. I was that retarded. But anyways, with that being said, I feel like, and that's the joy. You get to pick it out. And then once you are actually eating, you're so happy. Oh my God. The kid's happy all of a sudden. How can you not? The cheeseburger or the nugs with the dip, or the fries, or the apple slices, or you can throw the juice or the soda. Are you kidding me? I want to go get a Happy Meal. Are you kidding me? I want to get a Happy. But McDonald's just released like a new thing that now they're gonna have a sad option. I'm gonna read it from here. McDonald's adds sad option to replace Happy Meal smile. So you wait. So now you're telling me the number one tactic to make a kid happy, like one of the just foolproof, like it doesn't get easier than that, and efficient, cheap. You buy the kid the Happy Meal, he's happy. Now you're saying that the kid's pissed. Let's just say most of the time they're pissed, okay? Of course, let's just assume the other half is the kid's already happy. Parents want to make them more happy. They buy them a Happy Meal. All right, that's the basis. That's at least most of what I experienced. But I know sometimes I was just being a whiny bitch, right? And for no freaking apparent reason where the parents could like even teach me, right? So then it's just like, just get them the Happy Meal. And then even if I'm crying, I get the Happy Meal. And then you're telling me now, when I got the Happy Meal, there's like a frowny face, and I could just be like like my mom and dad, like just stay sad while eating like a cheeseburger or fries or nuggets or a soda or something, and then you want the kids to stay sad while eating your product. Like, what parent would want their kid to stay sad or continue being sad in general? Like, if a kid is already fucking sad, pissed, whatever, not feeling good, what parent would go like, you know what? I'm gonna get you the fucking sad meal. And then the kid is just like, and that defeats the whole purpose too, because like that's almost like a paradox, because I personally think there's not and I know this is a fluffy bit, but I believe it's because there's no one eating a burger or a McDonald's who's unhappy. Like, by the time you eat it, they're like fucking living it up. They're enjoying it because it's fucking delicious, right? So you're telling me you want to try to somehow flip the script, and then what parent would want their freaking kids to continue being sad, especially in this fucking economy? Like, after spending $10 on a freaking little kid, you fucking on your little moody ass just fucking, I don't even want the nuggets. Oh, dude, if there's, I know for a fact that if I went as far as by the time I got the food, the thing that's supposed to make me shut the fuck up, and I'm still whining, oh, it's game over. You want child abuse to go up? This is how you fucking do it. Holy shit. Oh my God. This is the most. Look, I out of all corporations, McDonald's is one of those ones that I actually fully respect, because they've been doing it for so long, and there has been a certain standard. However, come on, boys. Come on, you guys are one of the biggest corporations ever. Just, keep it together. Stick to your roots, So what's next, It's the small Mac? The fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Let's move on. That really riled me up. I'm fucking breaking a sweat soon. Jesus. But I'm a smart man. Ice in the water, so it's nice and crispy. Oh my goodness. Speaking about stuff and controversies, and anyways, just on a little bit of a rant here. Oh no, I feel like almost this whole episode's gonna be a bit of a rant, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, I'm not worrying about it. It's just, I just gotta get it out of my system. I'm not worrying about it, but this is my take. Look, I know this is a little bit more balling at what cost type of topic, but look, I really like being outside. I'm all about physical health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? All that cheesy shit. I think people should run. I think people should do something physically active to burn calories during their day. With that being said, I love sports and I like doing it, but I'm very aware of, where I stand when it comes to athleticism. Like, when it comes to the actual performance of playing the sport, I'm very realistic with myself. I don't, even as a kid, I always was just like, okay, but I'm actually kind of shit at this sport. That was always what I thought. I was never like, dude, I'm killing it in this sport. Like, I was never thinking that way. Even though I've been athletic throughout my youth, and I'd still say a little bit more up and down since after my youth, but yeah, because I ain't youthful anymore. I'm an old man and shit. But I know where I stand, okay? And I've got a bunch of buddies nowadays. They continue on with their football careers, which they've started off with in already as kids. Football is one of those popular ones that you can always just pick up, and all you needed a ball is a goal, and that's pretty much it. The field is arguable. You can pretty much play on any flat surface as long as there's a goal and a ball. And with that being said, my friends have been playing like on and off, maybe not even competitively that seriously. And then now we're playing, I want to support them throughout the summer. It gives me a good reason to go outside the house. And I went to go watch one of their games, and it's one of the first games of the season, so I ain't worried about that. I just wanted to go see like the vibe. I wanted to see like, okay, like, so what goes on? What's like the general, like, is there anybody watching? Is there even officiating? And to my surprise, there was actually officiating. There was one official, there as in a ref. And I'm looking at the athletes, and I'm like, okay, there's definitely a few that definitely know what they're doing, definitely on a pretty high level or a pretty like knowledgeable level where they're consistent, and then a few that were a little bit more but we'll keep it at that. But the more important is the fact that the ref, it's one ref. The poor guy, it's one ref. Like in football too, like soccer. And he's trying to call everything. And see, that's the difference here. In America, the whole thing is there's so many athletes, or sports is so big that there's so many ex-athletes that they're bound to be, the people that do the reffing jobs or around the sport, they most likely played the sport, at some level, at some point, at some level. And when there's sports is bigger in those countries too, it is just a higher level. And so we come here, And it's like the people reffing are like the guys that never played, but like just read up on it a little bit, and they're like, "Hey, look, listen, I know a thing or two about this thing." And look, I almost intellectually, I don't have any problem with that. Like, I'm sure some guy's smart enough to just read all the fucking, rules or everything about a sport. You can just read, intake that information, and then now you know a lot. But the thing is, it's just like you then have to kind of physically also have some kind of understanding of like how like physics works within the game. The guy that was reffing at least this game, well, let's just say that he likes to take 2 strolls a week. And that's as freaking consistently the heart rate goes a little bit above average. To put it at that. To just put it that simply. And, oh man. I mean, just... He was walking around. I don't know. And then he was just dead center. Like dead center. Not even trying a little bit to get a better angle. Just kind of walking around. And then every time he kind of saw something iffy, he was like, ball over to this guy, bang. And it was so like, because at the end of the day, these other guys, the players, they're treating this shit like World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if we're in the lower divisions, these guys are treating it like the World Cup because it's like probably the only physical thing they're doing the week. But it's just, and the thing is like it's probably fucking. It's just a colored guy reffing anyways. At the end of the day, the poor like fucking Pakistani fella who just wants to somehow do a little bit something sporty, but not really because he has a knee problem. And then he's just there, and then it's a fucking team of white guys versus white guys, and then you're the only one officiating. I mean, this is just pure racism ready to happen. Like, it's just on a red button, ready to go. You press it, bang. It's game over. Racism all over the football field. Just staining the football field. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, first we have this just like disaster brewing up in McDonald's. Or we're just going to get like, at the end of the day, kids are just going to get their ass beat because nothing makes them happy. Not even a fucking happy meal. And then now we go to the football field and fucking just because of the decisions of the officiating, we're going to get racist now. It's so crazy. Like, I think what needs to happen is people need to start understanding how to fucking avoid situations. McDonald's. Avoid this situation. This is not good, okay? Let the Happy Meal be motherfucking happy, okay? And on this other hand, like, brother, what are you doing? Please, just call no yellow, no red. Just okay. Just let the don't even fucking blow the whistle once. Just brother, just let the guys hash it out. Just sit back, okay? Or put in some work in, brother. Just put in some work in, and then it will all work out. It'll all be fine, okay? And then you can actually, you can do a little bit of extra reffing, so then you won't maybe get called a freaking monkey or something like that. Like, I'm serious. It's ruthless out there. I'm not saying that's what happened. Not at all. But I'm just saying that the possibility of those emotions spilling out, they were close. People were getting riled up there. All right. And it's one of those crazy things that you gotta try to avoid those situations. Myself too. Like if if I were the white guy, we would just be like, okay, no, let's just call this fair and square ourselves. All right. Like, if it's bad, we'll just, okay. or it's just like we'll get the guys from the sidelines to call it. Okay, shake hands. All right. Like holy shit, it's next level, guys. And because at the end of the day, I think if you do play competitive sports at the lower levels, it should be all just like it should be chilling, guys. It should be like if there is one guy who's outstanding, let him do his thing. But otherwise, you guys just take a stroll, burn a little extra calories. Got a reason to be away from the girlfriend and all that other extra bullshit, and that's that. And man, it is summer, man. Either way, it's summer. I am so freaking gonna get myself a Happy Meal this week. I'm not even kidding. After all this talk about a freaking Happy Meal, and man, it's just I want to keep on getting myself outside, and dude, I want to just keep on listening to more music, man. I think music is really taking a real heavy influence on me all of a sudden this year. And if you couldn't hear from the starting song, I got myself a nice little surround sound system in my apartment now. No big deal, but with this surround sound system, I gotta tell you, bumping music is just different. Okay, I gotta tell you. And yeah, I just want to get to learning more about the history. And with that being said, I mean, Apple Music kind of came in clutch, and or not even clutch. I just to kind of give me some kind of premise to work with. All right, because I saw this floating around on X, and yeah, Apple Music released kind of like 100 top 100 best albums, all with a little bit of a description and everything like that. And okay, let me say this. Just off a first glance, it's not that bad. Off the first glance, they covered most of the basics when it comes to just, what the Western world knows, pretty much, right? Splash a little bit. You got you got the modern day, but then you got pretty much, they cover most of the decades properly. And I kind of get the angle they were taking. Apple was taking, at least. It's just they're really trying to get it at, okay, it's like the best. Best is such a freaking, it's such a opinion thing. Like if it's a best, well, who the fuck? Like I think this is the best. You think that is the best. It's such a different thing. But yeah, just a lot of old school stuff. A lot of classics. And, if you really think about it, all of these are classics. But you start looking at it a little bit closer, then there's a little bit of questionable decisions. I think up till the 40, I think up to 40 were pretty good. Covered a lot of different albums, from like Outkast, Stevie Wonder. You got Drake in there, of course, the one Drake though. Rihanna, but then you have Sade, you have Tupac, Jimi Hendrix, Erykah Badu, Metallica, NWA, all these legend Madonna. What? Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Lana Del Rey is on this top 100, but it's her album. I think she's had Norman fucking Rockwell. Okay, yeah, sure. The Marshall Mathers LP, 80th, pretty respectable. 82 for Get Rich or Die Trying from 50 Cent. 50. And oh goodness, my light ran out of battery. Sorry, this is a new light, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the light ran out. I'm gonna keep it going. It's too much of a hassle to try to get it plugged in and charged. Anyways, but when you get into the details, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm not trying to look. This makes me sound like such a woman hater, but Taylor Swift is 18th with 1989 album, and Billie Eilish is 30th of all time. 30th. Like above B.I.G., all the ones that I named before. Wu-Tang Clan, Nas. I mean, really? Like, she popped out like that? Like, actually? Like, 1989? Like, what, like, I don't know any of it. Shake It Off. I know that one. Bad Blood. From the Vault. From the Vault? You had to take it from the vault? Blank Space? Wasn't I like a kid when she released that? What? Look, hey, just to prove to you that I ain't no woman hater, Adele's album 21 is 15th. And I personally think it could even go higher. Or I personally think there's a few albums below it that are like, I don't know, Adele's pretty fire. And it's like undeniably fire, okay? Like as in everyone sang that song, okay? But then top 10, I have to say top 10 is what it is. I think if we're talking best albums, I think there should have been more OGs. Like I honestly think the fact that Blonde Frank Ocean is number 5, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City is number 7. And Beyonce, Lemonade is number 10 of all time. Frank Ocean. Blonde, maybe, possibly, realistically, is like a top, in the top, like 8, 9, 10. Good Kid, Mad City. I love the album. I love the album. I've been listening to it for years. But like of all time, like I'd put it 15, 20 maybe. But all time? Beyonce, Lemonade? Like, really? I wonder how this works. And look, I know that this is just a way that, I know that this is just a way for them to do a little marketing and all that. But guys, I know that this is the showbiz at the same time, but Kanye West, 26. Now this is when we've gone too far. I personally think Kanye West should have been number 1. That's how I feel. And that's why this is very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing from Apple Music. I will never, ever listen to Apple Music 100%. But I mean, that's Apple Music. That's just a corporation's opinion. I'm not ever going to, I'm going to stay clear from that. But, the showbiz in itself is just so sketchy. Everything's done for a reason. I mean, like, if you really think about it, all these sexual harassment cases that's been going on for years. I mean, like, let's just be honest. Me Too was something that, like, yes, it opened our eyes to what Hollywood could be like. But let's just be realistic here. Like, how could it not? Like, how could it not? And then now in Finland too, there's been articles circulating how there's been some other cases over here too within production companies, and I'm just like, guys, Welcome to Show Biz. Is this not what Show Biz has been known for? It's just sexual harassment everywhere. Sexual harassment up the ass. And yeah, I wonder if because when you start off in showbiz, you're the one who's getting sexually harassed, right? And then you're like fucking taking it, and then you're like, oh, this is horrible, this sucks, right? This is bad, right? I don't like this, right? But like, what's the moment? Like, if let's just say you keep on going in the showbiz, and then you're going up, the ladder, and then one day, like, what's that one? Like, what's that day? Like, what is it? A moment? Is it like? Is it a process? Is it like, what is it when you? Is it possibly a specific job title? Maybe. Is it like getting a certain position or go into a certain production company, or is it even when you like win some award? It's like, for example, like, imagine if the Oscars was just like this, this big induction ceremony to fucking like get to molest people. You're like, finally, you've made it. Best actor goes to, and then you're there going like, fuck yes. No one's fucking grabbing my ass anymore. I could just grab other people's asses. Let's go. Fuck yeah, I finally made it. Like, you don't even give a fuck about the money or the fucking fame or nothing. You're just like, finally, dude, holy fuck. No wonder all of them want it at the end of the day, man. You just don't want. Okay, hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about it. The light went off. I won't worry about it. That's the attitude you gotta take with all this shit. I'm beautiful. You are beautiful too. It is a beautiful day. I'll let this continue on. Thank you. I had myself a very fun time laughing, giggling around, breaking down some of this corporate stuff that's going down, with the not being happy, the non-happy happy meal. Like, what the fuck? Dude, like, I thought non-meat meat was the worst, like, as far as modern society was gonna get. Now we got the non-happy incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, try not to be racist out in sporting events, and please believe me, I fucking hope somebody I could even make it to the point of showbiz to get sexually harassed at this point in my career, at least. And don't worry about it, man. It's Wednesday afternoon, 22nd of May. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys next week.